We're live. Let's get this volume up. Hey everybody, we're live. My light is not connecting to my. Okay, there we go. Hi everybody. We are a little early today because there are 6 games today. The first 2 just finished a while ago, and the next ones in New York City. The next ones start at 8. So we're just trying to do this quick live World Cup catch up before we get to the next 4 matches. But things are getting crazy. Like I said yesterday, I said that they would get crazy, and they have gotten crazy. But we'll get into that in a minute. Just some quick housekeeping. There's a new episode of the podcast this week. If you're seeing me for the time, my name is Elle. I'm the host of the Speaking Tongues podcast, where we talk about culture and language from all over the world. This week's episode, we're at episode 185, and we're talking to Nick Panzarella about Sicilian language and culture. Nick is Sicilian American. He's living here in the U.S. He's in Texas, and he came and talked with us about his role with Accademia Siciliana and the work that they do for Sicilian language education and revitalization, and an amazing initiative that he started called Sicilian Week that typically happens every spring. But we had a great conversation. Nick is so passionate about Sicilian and his heritage and sharing the language and sharing the culture, and we're so grateful that we had an opportunity to talk with him, and he came to talk about his Sicilian language and heritage and culture with all of us. So that was a lot of fun. That episode is out this week. And if you haven't listened to it, make sure that you check it out when you can. Check it out now. After this live, check it out. We will have a new episode on Monday. And I'm setting it up now today. I'm taking today to set it up. And it's another fun episode. I've had some really passionate, inspiring people on the podcast this season. And I'm so excited for you all to hear these episodes, because it's just one after another of just amazing people who work with languages and are working to revitalize their languages or to spread knowledge of their languages. And it's just, all these conversations are really terrific. So we've got a new episode coming out on Monday. I will say that releasing new episodes during World Cup has been a challenge. It's been really challenging to try to keep everything straight while watching as many games as I can. It hasn't been easy, but so far we have not missed a Monday, and we've got a new episode coming up this Monday, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I hope that you all will enjoy it, because it is a good one. Okay. So today, and I'm just looking down because my notes are here on my phone. I have to keep notes because I'm over 40 and I forget things. So it helps me to stay focused and to remember to say the things and talk about the things I want to talk about. I just remembered after yesterday, I didn't talk about the third place. I'm still trying to understand how this third place works, and it's changing with every game. Every minute of every game, it's changing. But I have a note, and hopefully I won't forget this time, but I have a note that I'll talk about it, as we're going through this this live. So last night the USA played Turkey, and that game was pretty good. That game was really good. And surprise, surprise, Turkey scored and won that game in the last minutes of stoppage time, which was like, if you watch the clip of the nutmeg before that goal was scored, it's really crazy. There were a lot of celebrities out at that game last night. They kept showing Leonardo DiCaprio and Ed Norton was there with Brad Pitt, which was pretty funny because that led to a lot of Fight Club memes. I know that movie is old, but I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen it. But there were a lot of funny Fight Club memes during that game. And I also saw that Vice President Harris and her husband Doug were there at that game too. So that was really cool. And it's I'm not used to the U.S. team being so good and having so much support, and that's on me, not really paying attention. So I'm not used to it, but I'm happy that they're going forward. I'm happy to see that they've been playing so well and that they've been doing so well and that people are really excited to support them. I'm not excited about their red and white kits. I think they're hideous. I do think that, hey, Sambaza, it's good to see you. I'm not crazy about their red and white kits, but they played in the blue ones or black ones last night, so that was really cool. And less distracting and less dizzying on the pitch, obviously. So, I'm excited to see where the U.S. continues to go in this tournament. And I think that, seeing them play well is really such a joy. And it's exciting. But today we had 2 matches, and I think that was Group I. I have my little cheat sheet here. But yes, so France and Norway played, and people are upset because Norway apparently played their B squad, and Holland didn't play, and people seem to be upset about that. But France scored 4 goals, and Dembele had a hat trick, which is crazy. Because everyone thought it was going to be Mbappe versus Holland, and that didn't work out. But somebody else showed up, and I've got my France shirt on here for the win. Let me show you what I got for my birthday. Speaking of France, okay, I think I said this before. I want like 7 kits. And I got one of them for my birthday, and it is the France Statue of Liberty kit, which is sold out. And I got one at the Fan Zone, and here in Queens, they were selling them. And it is so beautiful, and I love it. If you haven't seen the patch, it's here. So here's the Statue of Liberty crown. It says Liberté inside, and this is testing my French. I like to tell people I speak French, but I'm really just improving my French. No différence nous unissons. Please do not slaughter me over my pronunciation because I'm working on it. But this is absolutely stunning. And this is a man's size small, which I wanted a bigger one, but they didn't have a medium, so I just got the small, and I didn't want the large to be too large. So we're going to make it work. I'm not wearing it because it was on a hanger for quite a while, so it's got some points in the shoulder. But happy birthday to me. I got the kit. My New Yorker heart is very happy because this is the Statue of Liberty, and I love her. It's my homegirl. So I'm very excited about that. And now we got to figure out how to get 6 more of these World Cup kits. Senegal played Iraq today. Blowout, absolute blowout, 5 goals to 0. And I've said this before, I don't really like those kind of matches. It just wasn't really evenly matched, but Iraq had a player sent off with a red card very early in the game, and maybe that played a part in it. So I don't know, but I am happy that Senegal, what did I say? Senegal is the first African nation to score 5 goals in a World Cup. So this is record-breaking for them. Very excited for them. The Lions of Teranga, well done. Well done. And look forward to seeing how they go forward in the tournament. I know they're kind of off to a rocky start, so they might be able to get into those slots of 8. But we're waiting to see how some of the other games play out. And of course, like we said goodbye to the other teams before 2026, hugs to Iraq, to the Iraqi team. And I hope that you've made your country and your compatriots and your fans and your families and all your supporters very proud, because you made it to the World Cup and you played your hearts out. So hugs. We're only going to get more hugs going forward because we're entering the knockout stages, as we know. And that starts on Sunday. So things are about to get into a very heartbreaking part of this tournament. I've been seeing Norway obviously today, but also all over New York City, all over the country. People are doing the Viking row. Now, my best friend is obsessed. I see this Norwegian flag right here. Wait, where am I? Right here. Ah, there it is. And everyone's loving the Viking row. I saw people doing it on the subway. Gross. Don't sit on the subway floor ever. But I saw people doing it on the subway. I saw a group of kids in a preschool doing the Viking row, and I think those kids were Norwegian. So great job, teachers. And where else did I see it? Some people doing it in the street, stopping traffic to do the Viking row. And how are we feeling about it? How are we feeling about it? I have been paying more attention to it because my best friend is really all in for Norway this year, and she's really excited about watching the team and watching their progress and the Viking row. I remember, and I think it was Euros. What year was it? Maybe it was Euros 2016 when Iceland was in it and they were doing the Viking clap. Now that I loved, which is not to say I don't like the Viking row. I like that. It's fine. But the Viking clap was really cool. The Icelandic clap that they were doing. And I'm still like kicking myself. I didn't get an Iceland jersey for that year because those were really beautiful kits too. But how are we feeling about the Viking row? And tell me, I guess maybe this will be the question of the live. So far, where's the craziest place you've seen Norway and their supporters doing the Viking row? Like I said, I saw people doing it on the subway, on the train, and to me that was the craziest place because people were commuting, people were going to and from work. So it's like, get out of my way. Get out of my way. I have places to be. But tell me, if you've seen it in person, if you've seen it on social media, where is the craziest place you've seen the Viking row? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments. And if you don't know what it is, you're already here on YouTube, so you can look it up because I'm sure there are plenty of videos. Tonight, we are seeing Group H and Group G finalize their matches. In Group G, we have New Zealand and Belgium, and we have Egypt and Iran. And then in Group H, we have Cabo Verde, and Uruguay, Spain. Cabo Verde is playing Saudi Arabia. And then we have Uruguay, Spain. So I know all eyes are going to be on Cabo Verde tonight because they have become our sweethearts. And we've already said goodbye to our other sweethearts, Curacao. But all eyes are going to be on Cabo Verde because they are our darlings of this cup. And Vozinha is our goalkeeper darling of this cup. So we're going to be watching those games for sure. As I said earlier, still trying to figure out this third place thing. And I think my brain just doesn't want to cooperate because it's not that hard. And I've been sitting here most of the day tactically going back and forth texting with my friend Kathy, who's much better at math and statistical things than I am. So I don't know if she's watching this, but if she is, thank you for helping me because it's not my strong suit. But I saw something, we're talking about Cabo Verde right now, but I saw something that said the breakdown for Group H is ridiculous. I'm reading somebody else's words. But here's how this will work. If Cabo Verde wins and Spain ties, Cabo Verde takes the second spot on goal differential. If Cabo Verde wins and Uruguay wins, the first and second place comes down to goal differential. Cabo Verde can win the group. What? Those are the two options. So they need to win or tie tonight in order to get at least in the third place of that group. This is a lot more thought than I've put into any World Cup previously. It used to be so simple. And now it's very complicated. I also saw something that I wanted to talk about last night about Scotland, but I don't even want to talk about it because there are 8 possible ways that Scotland can advance. Well, there are 8 ways, but out of those 8 ways, 4 of them are needed. And they've already lost 2 of those ways, with Ecuador beating Germany and the US losing to Turkey. So this is a lot of moving pieces. My brain is not really set up for this many moving pieces. But the thing to watch now is definitely the third place standings. Right now on the top, I took a screenshot of it because I'm not going to remember this stuff. Sweden is in the first place, and then Ecuador is in second. Bosnia and Herzegovina is in third. And as of today, Senegal is in 5th place. My friend Kathy did tell me that she heard the announcers say that now to watch and wait to see what happens with Senegal. So very quickly, even looking at this table, if I'm understanding it correctly, which we know I've already given up, but for the sake of this, let's just try to figure this out. Senegal could drop because they only have 3 points. They lost their first 2 games and they only won this last one. So even though they do have 8 goals for them, they really need to make it up on points if they want to stay above that eliminated slot. So right now, tonight, we're looking at Cabo Verde and we're looking at Belgium. Belgium has been really disappointing this World Cup. They drew both of their matches so far, and they've got 2 points. I'm shocked because Belgium's always been a team to watch. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. But looking at the table, Belgium could be out, and they're exactly. Cape Verde has 2 goals to Belgium's 1. They both have 2 points, and they've both drawn their first 2 games. So for me, those will be the ones to watch tonight for those matches. I feel like I've got my cheat sheet index card and I've got my phone open trying to figure this out. And then wait, what else am I looking at? Oh yeah, so those two are the ones who we need to watch, and we need to see what's going on with them. But if you have any predictions, we have 4 games coming up. If you have any predictions for the rest of the night, it's going to be a long night because the last 2 games are on at 10, 11. They might be on at 11. That's past my bedtime. So I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'll do my best. Even if I've got to put it on the radio while I'm falling asleep, I will do my best. But if you have any predictions for any of the games tonight, any predictions for the third place standings, let me know. Let's talk about it. Let's see where these teams are going and what they're doing and kind of what, the last 2 days are going to look like. So, we'll see. I'm calm about it. I feel very calm about it so far. I don't think that anybody I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm worried for Cabo Verde. I think that's the team that I'm like holding very close to my heart. And I want to see them advance. And they should. They should advance. They should be advancing and moving forward. They should go far. So we will see. Fingers crossed tonight. We'll see what happens. And I think that is probably everything that's on my list here to mention. I'm sure there's going to be some stories because we've got more games tonight, but they are too late. Even if I'm awake, I'm not awake enough to chit chat about it. I'll be just barely falling asleep. But that's all I've got for today. A little bit over, so great. I try to keep this under 20 minutes. Thank you for tuning in with me and my chit chat today. Tomorrow, I hope I'll be around. I should be. I'll be out most of the day, just running errands with my mom. But hopefully, I'll be back tomorrow night and be able to talk about all the craziness and the wrapping up of the group stage. Get ready. Get ready. Grab your tissues, your handkerchiefs, your snuggle buddies, whatever you need to keep you sane and calm because the heartbreak is starting. The heartbreak is starting. Tripped over my words there. But enjoy the last 4 games of today. And that's it. And that's all I've got. So I'm going to end this here and take care of yourselves, everyone. Enjoy the game. Have fun. Say hello to your neighbors. Learn a new language. Learn their languages. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.